Hey gang, so welcome back to another tutorial. So today what I'm going to be doing is playing with the ripples and how to generate them, and then also a interesting little exercise with Tyflow, and then sort of applying geometry to those ripples. So to start off, what you want to do is generate a plane, and just for this one, let's just, because I like having them pretty even, so let's call it 140 by 140. So just double check the segments as well, like as mentioned in other tutorials. Like the more segments is obviously the more RAM it's going to take up on your computer, so you don't have to do crazy amounts. So then up here, what you need to do is there's these little squiggly lines called space warps. Generally it'll sit on forces, but if you scroll down and go to geometric and deformable, so this is where you can start applying forces onto geometry that you have created. So for the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to use a ripple. You can sort of drag and drop it anywhere, but I'm going to keep it going from the center. So drag and click, and then I just want to change my amplitude to make it a bit stronger as well, so that way you can increase and decrease depending on what you're after. Okay, so now that we've got the ripple, what you need to do is up here there is a tool called bind to space warp. So this is what's going to actually attach our plane to the ripple. So if you click on that one, go over here and on the plane, drag it and then select it over the top of the ripple. So you can see now that we've got our ripple that is now formed onto the plane. So what we want to do now is to animate it. So if you click on the ripple, and if you click on auto key, so what you want to do here is if you change the phase to -4, and let's just make the decay maybe 3. Right, so then what that'll do, change the decay to 0. So you can see here, and if you go down the bottom as well, just make sure that when you're doing it, you set this to 100. You can then start to play your animations, and you can start dragging these out to have more dramatic or slow animations in specific periods, depending on like what it is you're looking for. But yeah, so guys, that's how you create a ripple and then do the very basic animations for its movement. All right, guys, so now that we have our ripple that we've animated, what I want to do is quickly show you a little Tyflow trick that can be super helpful. So it's like then how you start applying some geometries to that. So if you click on Tyflow and open up editor, what you want to do is click burst surface. So if you press burst surface, go across and press pick, and then click on the plane. So you'll see that it's generated points along this surface here. So to quickly add, see, obviously Tyflow, you can do a bunch of different elements, but for this, we're just going to go to shape, and if you go down and go 3D, and let's change it to cubes. Okay, so now that we've applied cubes, what you want to do is go to display and change it to geometry. So you can see here that we've generated a series of cubes along that surface, but at the moment it doesn't move with it. So you need to go and you need to bind it on
surface.
Yeah, so the tool is you're looking for is object bind. So it's this one here. So if you click on that, and it'll make you select a surface. So if you press pick and obviously click our surface, go down to plane, and what you want to do is press lock to surface, snap to surface. So that way those geometries are now attached to our initial plane. And when we play this here, you'll see that the geometries are moving with it. So this is a very quick way of being able to generate geometries along a moving plane. Guys, this reaches the end of the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Don't just sit there. Hit like and subscribe.
Got a little